Go ahead, Counselor.
Yes, Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Ms. Lampkin. She has put her name on the record, Your Honor.
On the bench.
Yes, I see. We waive the reading of the information and stand mute, Your Honor.
Will enter a not guilty plea in your client's behalf. Give your client a $0 bond. You want to just set a trial date for this matter?
Well,
Okay.
One count of allowing.
yeah. I suppose so. There's no place to go on it, so. Let's set it for a bench trial.
Yeah. Ms. Lampkin, the two options are just either pleading guilty to it or setting it for trial. And you can't lose. Well, you could lose by setting it for trial, but it would be the same consequence. So you're not at any disadvantage now. Because here's the deal: it's allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. The plea is pleading guilty to it straight up, and paying a $240 fine, and I'll dismiss the case. That's going to be the same offer if you take it to trial. You stand a chance of taking it to trial and either winning or the officer not showing up and winning that way. So it's up to you. What do you want to do? I set a trial date for May 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m.
Okay, I'll do the trial and see what happens.
There you go. All right, come on back May 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. Okay.
Okay. Will I get correspondence for it, or just remember?
Yeah, I would remember, but hopefully you'll get correspondence. But I would write that date down.
And you said May the 22nd?
May the 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
All right, have a very good day, ma'am. Good luck to you.
Have a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We are ready on that Garten matter whenever you are, Your Honor.
Gardner?
Garten.
Garten.
In the trucking case?
I don't see that case. Let's see.
I'm sorry, it's Gartin, and why I don't have it in front of me. Who's attorney? I'm sorry.
8:35, Your Honor.
8:35.
Thank you, Mr. Berry.
And we're ready on Ms. Giles also.
All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Giles. Ms. Giles, I've given you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, at this time, we're respectfully requesting a trial date.
Very well. Is that what you want to do, Ms. Giles?
Unmute yourself, Ms. Giles.
I said yes.
All right, very well. I'm going to set a trial date, May 22nd, 2022. Strike that, May 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. If it's nothing further, Ms. Giles, have a very good day. Good luck to you, all right?
You too.
Very well. This is the City of Detroit versus Ernest Scott Garten, case number SP 1377699, counts 1, 2, and 3, and 1377861. Appearance for the record, please. Appearance for the record, please, on Ernest Scott Garten.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Paul will call on behalf of the people, P31888.
Well, the council has.
I'm not sure if they came back out of we were in a breakout room, and I don't know if they came out. Attorney Mio, and I see Officer Turner.
Good morning, Officer Turner. Can you state
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you, sir?
Very well. Can you state your name for the record and put your appearance on the record?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. My name is Officer Charles Turner of the Detroit Police Department, badge number 3730. Hello to you and your staff.
Very well, thank you. Hello to you. Go ahead, Counselor, can you put your appearance on the record for your client, Gardner?
Attorney Mio?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Regina Mayo, on behalf of the defendant, Ernest Garten.
All right, we need your P, Counselor. Good morning to you.
You want my P number, P37896?
All right, today's the date and time set for a pretrial. Where is Mr. Gardner?
He's at work. I did reach an agreement with the prosecutor Cole yesterday that he could, since we worked something out and he consented to it, that he could work today.
I know it's up to the court, but this is we're dismissing the misdemeanor and he's pleading to a civil infraction. So with the court's discretion, we were hoping that you would allow him not to be present.
Okay, very well. I'll grant that motion to waive his presence. He is presented by retained counsel. He does. It is apparently it is a misdemeanor that is charged along with civil infraction, but apparently he worked. What is the agreement?
Your Honor, the people are dismissing the state matters. There are 3 state matters, and Mr. Garten will be responsible for a blockading.
All right.
That's accurate.
That's accurate.
Yes, what we agreed to, yes.
And I did send over a slip yesterday.
I'm not concerned about the slip. I can write it here. So will you stipulate to the face of the ticket as an active factual basis for the responsible plea, Counselor, on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
And when you stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matters?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to find your client responsible for the amended count of blocking traffic. Fine is $175. I'll dismiss the other matters. When can your client pay?
I will contact him, and do you want him to pay today, or can he have 24 hours?
Well, of course, today is always better, but I'm going to.
Well, I'll tell him if he can do it today to call there today and do it. I know he's delivering right now. He's on a route, but I'll tell him if he can call.
Counsel, I'm going to give him 7 days. All right, March 27, 2023. You can let him know to pay that in. He did that kiosk in the city of Detroit. I'm told he can upload that app to his phone, or come down to the courthouse and pay it in person. Those are the 2 best ways that I can tell him to pay that at a visit here immediately. All right.
Okay, do it in person or pull up the City of Detroit app. Okay.
And Your Honor, just so the record is clear, it wasn't an amended count. It was the city count was blockading as charged.
Very well, and I do have that. Plea agreement in the file.
Okay.
And thank you so much, because I have to go to about 3 other courtrooms are waiting for me right now.
Always.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thanks.
Thank you, Officer Turner.
Everybody everybody have a great day. Turner, you be safe out there. Good luck to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Be safe. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. On. City of Detroit versus Timothy Gardner, case number SP 788-0451, SP 999-760, counts 1, 2, and 3, 18-474-634, counts 1, 2, and 3, 19-418-713, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherica Harris on behalf of Mr. Gardner. Mr. Gardner, please state your name for the record.
Timothy Gardner.
All right, today is the date and time set for arraignment on the bench. Go ahead, Counselor.
Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Give your client a $0 bond. What would you like, an offer or go straight to trial?
I'm sorry.
an offer or go straight to trial on these matters? I see
Just an
that.
offer.
Mr. Gardner, do you have documents that you might want to present to the court, registration and or insurance? Or a valid license?
No, I don't have license. I just cleared my warrants up. So I'm in the process of getting my license right now.
So are you in the driver's seat of a vehicle, sir?
I'm sitting here. I'm sitting in my manager car so I can do this court date.
That didn't quite answer my question, did it?
Oh yeah. Yes, I'm sitting here, yes.
You're in the driver's seat of a vehicle?
Yes, sitting here.
I can see you sitting there. Would you speak to him in a breakout room, Ms. Harris, please?
Yes, sir.
Join the room, Mr. Gardner.
Hello?
Hello. Officer Neal, good morning to you. Nelson, I got you in the breakout room. Assigned to the breakout room, Officer Nelson. I don't know where the boss is.
Good morning, Your Honor. I just have to check into Judge Evans's courtroom as well.
Okay. I got you checked in.
All right, thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
All right.
Am I in the breakout room?
No, you're in here.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. I'm at a doctor's appointment too. I'm at the orthopedic, so I'm sorry about that.
All right, let's see. All right, you're not going to start until well, the clock is running on yours, Lampley. Ronald Lampley. Yes. Let's see who showed up. Shabazz is here, and that Officer Nelson is here. So let's get them back in the room, get you an offer, and I'll get you a chance to speak with the lawyer.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is the city of Detroit versus Charles Edward Green, case number U64780-322. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Perry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Green. State your full name for the record, Mr. Green.
Charles Edward Green.
There's a date and time set for a show cause in the matter, Mr. Barry.
Yes. Mr. Green will stand mute, Your Honor.
I'll enter a not guilty plea on Mr. Green's behalf. I'll give him a $0 bond. And I don't think I'm going to refer this to the city attorney's office for an offer for Mr. Green. One, dismiss. Okay, so the offer is going to be pleading to the amended count of disorderly conduct, and I'll fine him $240. He has an absolute right to a trial, and he'll have to take a misdemeanor morality class and a and they get the testing done, which the results will be private to him. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room. You can speak with your client and let us know what he wants to do. And if he wants to take the deal, read him his advice or rights.
Yes, of course.
Join the room, Mr. Green.
Okay.
Mr. Jorge, you should see a join button on there. He's in there. Mr. Jorge Perez, unmute yourself, please.
Hi.
You come back tomorrow, okay?
Tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay, what time?
8:30.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Ready on Gardner.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Timothy Gardner. Mr. Gardner, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel in the breakout room. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, it's a two-part request. One, we're interested in seeing what an offer might be because there are he did pay at least 3 civil infractions. I can't say that they all correlate to all of the tickets, all of the matters that he has on the docket, but I believe at least 2 of them do, and he subjected himself to 6 points. If there's an offer that might dispose of these misdemeanors, we would happily accept that. Or if the court is inclined to allow us to remove the responsible pleas and have all of these matters proceed to trial and or formal hearing, we would do that in the alternative if they can't all be dismissed.
Tell you to stop. He paid it, but that's not going to give him. That was a 2018 case. So that's one he paid. Disregard the red signal, he paid, I believe, let's see it. He paid that. That was a 2018 case as well, so the points should be gone. And the expired plates are, he paid. So even
Your Honor, I guess my question is, do the points occur once you, in essence, admit responsibility and pay, or are they from the actual event date?
No, the points would be from the default date. So he doesn't want to resurrect that stuff.
Okay, we would request a trial date, Your Honor, but we would also ask that if there are reinstatement fees that need to be paid in advance, that he be allowed to do that so he could come back with a license that he may or may not be eligible for.
Mm.
All right, I see 3 no insurance misdemeanors on here. I'll allow him if there are reinstatement fees. Pay reinstatement fees up front. He's got a bond. I don't know how that's gonna work. I guess Madam Clerk still put it in. SP 788-0451. That's one of them. He wants to pay the reinstatement fees to get a license. He's got a bond on that, on the other case too. And he's got a bond, I'm sure, on all of them.
He probably can still pay it because the bond is
Yeah.
sealed to
Right,
finalize. So he can-
I'll let him pay the reinstatement fees on the no insurance misdemeanors. That's 3 of them. You have to come down to the courthouse, pay those in person. That can potentially free your license up $135, $45 a piece. Okay.
Okay.
If there's no further questions, I set a trial date for May the 22nd, 2020 2 at 9 a.m. May 22nd, 2023. Strike that. May 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m.
Okay, give me one second to write it down. Right. Yeah, the 22nd.
22nd of May.
Okay.
All right. At 9 a.m. Something further, sir?
When do I have to pay? Go down there and pay?
You can, the sooner you come down here and pay it, you wait 48 to 72 hours for that to hit the Secretary of State, and you should have clearances here. I don't know if you have any other jurisdictions or not.
Okay.
If you have tickets in other jurisdictions that owe reinstatement fees, and they're probably not going to keep your license, but that's between you.
I don't.
Okay, so you got to come down to the window and pay that. All right.
Okay.
If there's nothing further, sir, I'll see you back May 22nd, 2023 at 9 a.m. All right.
All right.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. Very well. Okay. City of Detroit versus Blake Anthony O'Gwen, case number SP 141 5326. SP 1433074, counts 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, I'm here, Your Honor.
Yeah, Donna, can you please recall the first case? I missed the end.
And on the other side, I'll be here arguing with Dante, maybe in here. Who knows? But I just had to say thank you guys for everything. Honest to God, it's been amazing.
Very well. Congratulations.
And I'll still be in the city. I just won't be here. Hope to God not here unless I'm representing somebody.
That's what's up.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Did you fuck Clean's phone?
Yes. That's the one you gave me. Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that, everyone. Let's go ahead and Mr. O'Quinn. Did we all? Where were we at, Counselor, on Mr. O'Quinn?
Your Honor.
Yeah.
Can you? What was the first case number?
O'Quinn, case number, let's call it back again, the City of Detroit versus Blake Anthony O'Gwen, case number SP 141-53261, SP 1433074, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Ogwin, please state your name for the record.
Blake O'Gwen.
All right, you got the scarf on your head, sir?
Yes, that's me right here.
Yeah, can you remove the scarf, please? Good morning to you.
Good morning, man.
All right, so today is the date and time set for a pre-trial in the matter. My son just started wearing the scarf. He always had the high. You can leave that hat off too, sir, Mr. A-list.
Mr. Hill.
There we go. We had to sit here and watch him eat his breakfast. Was that pizza for breakfast? But anyway, you know, he had the afro going on for years, and he said, I'm cutting it off. Now he's trying to get the wave, so he walks out and he's got the whatchamacallit on his head. Done took my wave brush. Lord knows I don't need it anymore, right?
Been there, Your Honor. Been there, man.
That's what he's trying to do. So, and I wanted to say to him, don't wear that scarf in the buildings and stuff like that. You know, I always learn men don't wear their hats inside of the building. You know.
Absolutely.
So anyway, good morning to you, Mr. O'Gwen. What's going to go on? He's got a 6 to 10 over. Do you have a valid driver's license, sir? Registration and insurance?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's run his driver's license. You have valid registration and insurance?
Yes, sir.
Let's get the documentation out for the registration and insurance. I'm going to check your license. If it's good, we can give him a pretty decent offer. Hold it up to the screen when you can, sir.
Okay.
Not that. I always say that might not be worth the plastic it's printed on. I'm gonna check the Secretary of State for that. I want to see the registration and insurance.
Okay. Okay.
All right. That I see 7. Now you know that registration is expired.
Yeah, sir.
What about some valid registration?
I'm going to get that today.
I didn't see the name. Is it? Oh, I was gonna say, is it your car? Is your car?
My car.
No, it doesn't appear as his car. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Because he has the most important thing is the insurance, and he's got a good driving record going on here. So we're gonna try to keep it that way. He's got a let's offer him a blocking traffic $175. We'll dismiss the rest. You have an absolute right to a trial, sir. And you can speak to Mrs. Harris in a breakout room if you want to. But that blocking traffic is a 0-point offense. It does not abstract to the Secretary of State, so therefore it's no points. I call it akin to an expensive parking ticket. You want to take the deal?
Yes, sir.
All right. On behalf of your client, will you stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsible plea, counselor?
So stipulated, Your Honor, and we stipulate to probable cause for the dismissals.
Very well. I'm going to find your client responsible for the amended count of blocking traffic, $175. When can you pay it, Mr. O'Quinn?
I can get that paid tomorrow.
Very well. All right, I'm going to give him as well till 3/27 just to make sure it gets through. Make sure you pay it, sir. I don't want it to affect your driver's license.
Okay.
The other cases are going to be dismissed for providing valid documentation.
Okay.
All right, and I will pay it at any div that kiosk in the city of Detroit, or you can upload that div that app to your phone, or come down to the courthouse and pay it in person. All right, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
there's nothing further, I'll give you till March 27th, 2023 to pay it.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Good luck to you.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Charles Edward Green. Mr. Green, I've given you an opportunity to speak with counsel in a breakout room. Counselor, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, Mr. Green would avail himself of the offer to enter a plea to disorderly conduct.
I don't know why. He's beaten every other case.
You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them here.
Well, this is not one of those things because it's going to be the same offer. It's if he goes to trial and takes a plea on that day. He's only in a win situation potentially here. And if he lost, he wouldn't be in any worse situation than he is today.
Excellent point, Your Honor.
You want to rethink that, Mr. Green?
I'm good. I'm good with the selection I made.
All right, very well. I guess it's time now, huh? You want to take that class and I don't know what the revelation is now, but raise your right hand, sir. Did you read him his constitutional rights, Mr. Barrett?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't want any buyer's remorse now. I'm gonna give you one other opportunity to see if you want to take this deal, if you want to take this trial date or not.
I asked the attorney what would be best to do, and he said, we talked about it.
Go back in the breakout room and talk to him some more.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Rejoin the room, Mr. Green.
Okay.
Let me get this up.
What's your name?
Jerome Guy's file.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
My car. You're gonna be looking at me, man.
Okay, that's his time. She won't need them. She don't have to, no, you can give that. Now this one, you can give me that one.
My car. Everybody looking at me. Let me laugh.
We back? Did you get into the room?
No. You didn't join.
All right, here, another one here. Join the room, please, Mr. Green. He's in there now.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Is that Aaron Gandy?
My car.
All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit. What about Guy?
I have Greer. I need something I gave that.
Jerome Guy, you're a month early, sir. Do you have valid registration and insurance?
Yes, sir.
Let's see what kind of documents you have. Just give me that. This is the city of Detroit versus Jerome Adam Guy, case number SP 1397607, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please. Appearance for the record, Ms. Harris, for Mr. Guy.
Cherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Guy. Please state your name.
Drunk guy.
All right, let's see what you have as far as documentation, sir. Registration and insurance.
Okay. I have my insurance, but I don't have the paper. So if I could
Come
email
back,
it to you.
come back, May 21st. I mean April.
No, I got my registration is right here in my face. I'm just trying to turn my camera around.
I want the insurance most importantly. I'm gonna put the email address in the chat so you can email it.
I can send it right to you right now. I can send it right to you. It's just in my phone. They haven't sent me my card yet because I did it online, so I haven't got the official card yet in the mail.
Let me see the registration.
How you turn this camera around?
You just hold it up to the camera.
Okay.
Very well. Now I've sent the email address in the chat.
How do I pull that up? Because I can send it right to you before I even get off the.
Go down to the bottom of the screen and go to the chat button, and you can see the email address in there, and then send me that.
To the bottom of the screen, there's
should say chat.
Yes, okay. Okay. That's your email. Okay.
Mr. Green.
Let's go back on the record. Let's go off the record with Mr. Guy. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Green.
No, Your Honor. Your Honor, we've not allowed him to talk. He's not. He never came into the breakout room.
Mr. Green, you got to stand still, sir. Mr. Green.
Yes.
You got to stand still.
Okay, I'm standing still.
Why didn't you go in the breakout room?
Huh?
Why didn't you go back in the breakout room?
I went there, but they didn't call me yet. And plus, I'm on 6% on my telephone.
Go back in the breakout room. You see the breakout room thing on there now?
I can't see nothing on my phone. I only got 6% left on it.
Come back May the 22nd, sir.
Huh?
Come back on May the 22nd.
Okay, then, sir. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it.
May the 22nd at 9 a.m. I'm setting a trial date.
Okay, then they're gonna send me a letter.
They should, but you got the information now. May the 22nd. Same way you changed it today. Yeah.
Okay, May the 22nd. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, Mr. Lampley, I'm putting you out of the room until you get somewhere where you're not driving.
I should have sent that email over.
Very well. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Guy. I am now going to dismiss this case. He provided valid documentation. All right.
Thank you.
Have a great day, sir. Good luck to you.
You also. Thank you.
All right.
You need some more travel insurance?
Yes, please. This is the city of Detroit versus Jalen Gist. Case number SP 1371989, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of Mr. Gist. State your full name, Mr. Gist, for the record.
Jalen Makai Gist.
Good morning to you, Mr. Gist.
Good morning to you. How you doing today?
Well, today is the date and time set for a show cause in the matter. Go ahead, Counselor.
We waive the reading of the information and stand mute, Your Honor.
Enter not guilty plea on his behalf, give him a $0 bond. He's got a reckless driving going on here, and he has a cycle endorsement. I don't know if he's completed the cycle endorsement. The reckless driving being 6 points mandatory 90-day suspension on his driver's license. I would see if he wants a lawyer for this, or if he wants to.
I'm sorry, say it again. Say it again.
Everyone.
I would see if you want a lawyer for this, or you want to, or if you want to go straight to trial on this. You can take the dismissive driving course. That would be something that would help you mitigate. I don't know what the city would offer you for a reckless driving, amended count of reckless driving. We can certainly potentially get an answer to that. But I know that they're going to want you to take the defensive driving course anyway.
I know.
Put it in the chat. Let you speak to Mr. Berry, and you can let us know what you want to do when you get out of the breakout room. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Join the room, please. Have the rear. We have a file for Jordan.
For trial.
No. I don't think it's up. I don't think it's up to that.
What's the person's name again, Dutch?
Jordan Weir. Oh, we already did Jordan Weir.
We did, okay. Must have set it for free trial.
Is John Gandy here? Where's
Yes,
John
sir.
Gandy? Where's Light Hill here? Where's the I didn't see it. Light Hill.
I've been here. I just was waiting.
Yeah, let's go back on the record with Miss Lighthill. Miss Lighthill, I have your completion of the community service. I see you completed the improper plate. You paid that off. That's SP 121-6181. I'm going to dismiss that case. For SP 124-166-7, counts 1, 2, and 3. Well, let's just do the 3 on this one. That's all that's open. I'm going to dismiss that because you completed community service. And for the SP 13311-871, I'm going to close out.
Okay, thank you.
Under 6 to 10 limited access. And that's completed community service. All right. There's nothing further, ma'am. Have a very good day and the best of luck. All right. Have a good day, Ms. Lidell. Candy, what is she doing back? See Candy. Is that John? Is that I ask, is that Aaron Gandy? Not Aaron Gandy. I don't see a John Gandy, I don't think.
I'm here, sir.
It's J-O-N Gandy.
All the time.
Yes, sir.
John Dominic Gandy. You're not supposed to be here until you got one case April. You're not supposed to be here until 8/27. 15/27. You're not supposed to be here until April the 4th.
They gave me 2 court dates. So on my paper, it
Well,
says April the 4th.
the other court date is another case. That's you're supposed to be in tomorrow for.
Right, I have 3 court dates, Your Honor.
All right, the one court date. You're supposed to be in Austin Garrett's courtroom now. Call Austin Garrett's courtroom and zoom over there. Come back to my courtroom on 4/4.
Okay, so with the paper that they gave me, because I received 2 papers, and they end up putting down March 21st on this paper and April 4th on this paper for your courtroom. And then I also have the documents for tomorrow with Judge Garrett.
You gotta be in Judge Garrett now.
Okay.
You might have a problem. You need to go to Judge Garrett's. Not right now. We're gonna call over there and let them know that you've been in here this morning. Then come back to my courtroom April the 4th. That's when you do back. And then you're in Judge Garrett's tomorrow as well. Yeah. Go to Judge Garrett. Do you have his Zoom ID?
Yes, I'm about to go grab the paper now.
And come back here April the 4th.
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, sir.
You too.
What's this, Sarah Campbell? Is Sarah Campbell here? All right, Aiden's iPhone. 248-662-8764. Who is that?
Miss Hazel Gunter.
Gunson? Hazel?
Gunter.
Hazel? All right. Gunter. All right. Let's get these. Where is Mr. Goss? We got trial and we got officers here. Let me get Mr. Goss in here to start working out these trial things. It should have been done.
I do think that one of them is ready because I think that officer is retired. So Miss Garley's case.
I'm Miss Garley.
Okay, there, that's why she's back. Okay, very well. All right, let's see. Damn. All right, this is the city of Detroit. Versus Ashley Garley, case number SP 122-6048, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 122-46861. Appearance for the record, please.
Sharon Harris on behalf of Ms. Garley. Ms. Garley, please state your name for the record.
Good morning, Michelle Garley.
Michelle Garley, good morning to you, ma'am. Today is the date and time set for a trial in this matter. Do we have an Officer Robson? Officer Robson? Hearing no response. Go ahead, Counselor.
Defense moves to dismiss.
All right, we're gonna dismiss the case, no officer. If there's nothing further, Ms. Garley, I hope the allegations, if the allegations are true, you need to slow down, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
right, have a good
Also,
day.
sir, my last time in court, you told me to go to Secretary of State to see if I could get my license. I went on the 16th and they told me that my license are still suspended. And they gave me a paper and they gave me your courtroom, basically.
All right, well, that case is gonna be, that's that speeding ticket. That case is gonna be dismissed. Wait until that, I'm waiving the warrant fees, wait 48, 72 hours till that gets to the Secretary of State, and then try to get the license again, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Have a good day, ma'am. Good luck to you.
You too, thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. All right, let's move on to on the iPhone there. The gentleman had an iPhone. A-List, what is your name? A-List, where ate his lunch, he ate his breakfast. He had
I'm Alistair Hill, sir.
Hill?
Yes.
Wait a minute, I don't know if you're in the right room.
He's under 9 o'clock for is it Alistair Hill?
Yes.
9 o'clock.
Okay, the officers are here. At least the boss is here. Good morning to you, Mr.
Good morning, Judge.
Speak, I haven't seen. Oh, Speak is here. And then McClanahan is not here. So 2 out of the 3 are here. We're gonna get offers. iPhone, on the iPhone, can you unmute yourself and state your name, please? All right, let's go back on, not you, Mr. Hill. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Gist. Mr. Gist, I'll give you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, he wishes to avail himself of the opportunity to take the driver improvement course. Your Honor, if I may, there is a case, a civil infraction case that he has paid, and we'd like to look at it and hopefully ask the court to reactivate it. The number is SP 13719901.
Violation of wear a crash helmet. Is that a point ticket? Does that have points?
I don't know, Your Honor.
What was the offense?
Equipment violation, failure to wear a crash helmet. I don't think that has anything to do with any points, does it?
Not certain. I can look it up. I can try to look it up.
And to wear a helmet. It sounds like this is one of those ATVs, off-road vehicles, all-terrain vehicles.
No, Your Honor.
Never mind. Never mind, Mr. Gist. Hold on.
And you know something? I'll say this about those ATVs. You understand? You said this is not an ATV, and that's good. But I just think out loud. The ATVs, I'll tell you what, they sometimes are a nuisance. I'll give the city that. But I see these companies downtown riding these ATVs. They're like golf carts and shoot up golf carts, expensive golf carts. They got motors on them and everything. And I don't see a plate on them, and I don't see the police pulling them over. So I don't know how they justify that. And I don't see a license plate on them. They're riding around the courthouse all the time because They're coming from Ford Field. They have a lot of those vehicles over there, but they're pulling the people over in the city for riding those ATVs, which I'll agree, there are a nuisance sometimes. You'll see 100 of them, and they'll block off the street and go through, just block the whole street off and go through stop on the old red lights. I'm like, man, that's kind of that takes a lot of you know what. Yeah. But let's go to failure to. I think it's just a common equipment violation. Helmet law violation, 3,400.
It says 0 points and does an abstract.
Right.
Okay. All right. So, Your Honor, we seek therefore a bench trial date, and he will return with his certificate, and we can go forward.
All right, very well. That's easy enough. That's what you do, Mr. Gist.
Yes, sir.
All right, trial date. It's going to be May the 23rd, 2023 at 9 a.m. All right.
May 23rd, 2023 at 9 a.m.
At 9 a.m.
Yes, sir. You got it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Have a great day, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, let's move on. To where's Mr. Goss? We got people that have neat offers. We got officers here. We have iPhone. I'm gonna ask him to unmute himself. There he is. What's your name, sir? Good morning to you. Unmute yourself, please.
Jamil Lee. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. You said Lee?
Yes.
What's your first name?
Jamil Lee, Your Honor.
You may not, I don't see. Okay, very well. His officer showed as well. So you're on, waiting on an offer. You're here, Mr. What about this? Did you get a dog license, Mr. Hill, for this dog?
I have, they're old though, but I had them. And I no longer
you gotta have an updated one.
Yeah, because you have to do like I think every 5 to 6 years or something like that.
Oh, I think you gotta do it every year.
Oh, it's every year? Oh.
I think so. That's probably the old days, sir. They want that money. They want that money now. Let's see, Gibbons. Where's Gibbons?
Oh.
Gibbons? He didn't show up. Gibbons Jr. didn't show up. All right. Let's see who else. Lee. No. Hill. Lampley. Who's on the phone at 914-9054? On the phone, 914-9054. I got you. That's you? All right, so you have to do something about your volume. You're on two different devices trying to find your name.
I hung up the phone.
There we go. Good morning, man. What's your name?
I know I can't hear you.
What's your name? Can you hear me?
Hold on. I can't hear you now, Your Honor. Now I don't know how to work my phone. Okay, I figured the sound out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
What's your name, ma'am?
Micah Gordon.
Gordon. brings you here? Let's see.
I had a no insurance unregistered ticket.
Gordon or EN?
Yeah, ON.
Oh, you're supposed to be downstairs and then upstairs here next week. Let's get this taken care of. You're supposed to be 10 o'clock downstairs. This is the city of Detroit versus Micah Renee Gordon, case SP 137-59251, SP 1438374-1, SP 1438375-1. Appearance for the record, please, officer.
Elwood S. Perry Jr. on behalf of Miss Gordon. Read your name for the record, Miss Gordon.
Micah Gordon.
Let's call the date and time set for arraignment this morning.
My client would stand mute, Your Honor.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. We have motion hearings on both of these.
Right. Same thing. Stand on the motion because I can't stand on. I responded to my motion for both motions.
I didn't see the response.
All right.
Is that here? Should they take all of them? Okay. He didn't show up. All right. Let's say enter not guilty plea on her behalf. So, do you have valid registration and insurance, ma'am?
No, I'm still working on getting my insurance. I gotta pay a balance that I owe first. And then I can renew my policy.
Very well. I'm going to give you an opportunity to get some insurance. I'll set a pretrial date for April. Well, how long is it going to take you?
I'm gonna be very honest. My hours got cut, so it's gonna take me a little minute, like 3 to 4 weeks maybe, to pay that balance down and renew my policy.
Come back for April the 21st.
April 21st.
April the 21st, 2023. That's my mom. Come back on my mom's birthday. Hope you have some insurance with this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
What time? What time?
So SP 8819292. I'll close that out at 8:30.
8:30. Okay. April 21st, 8:30.
Have a great day, ma'am.
You too, love.
All right, we got a city attorney here, so we're gonna get Gordon, Demetrius Gordon.
Okay. That's how you call.
Why didn't I get a copy of Good morning, Councilman.
Good morning, how are you? We submitted this back in December, I think.
That's the Biden, right?
Yeah, correct.
All right, that's who are you here for? You're here for
That motion.
Garwood.
Garwood and Gordon, they're both up today for motion.
And
Yeah.
They in the front?
This motion's not in the file.
Which one you think, Irvin?
Garwood, where's Garwood? Garwood never showed. Oh,
No, they were told to log in at 10:15 today and show today. Yeah.
Shabazz wants to.
Shabazz wants to-
Shabazz is here.
Okay.
I got this one.
Why can you bring that? Kimberly Wright, also.
She's got an opportunity to go to Brigham, she just doesn't join it.
Okay.
What's your last name?
Right.
Oh, me, WHITTIE. Sorry.
That's what I was gonna see.
Yeah, I'm trying to search for it.
I know we haven't talked to me.
Yeah.
Have the
What's your
response.
last name again?
WHITTIE.
Yeah, I have one here, need a copy of that motion. Let's see.
What's your last name?
Looks like 11/7 of 22. On
You said
Garwood.
11/7.
Yep, 22 on Garwood. And it was courtroom 434. I can resend it.
No, I'm just.
Oh, you have a
looking,
copy of
because-
yours?
I do.
You have a copy of yours?
Yeah, I can just burn a copy.
If you send it, I gotta print it either way.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
send it from your email.
Okay, got it. Can I send it to your email or the courtroom 435? Or 43?
Because I'm looking, I don't have any emails from you from 11/7. You said 2022?
Yeah, 22.
I don't see anything. I see stuff.
Okay, what email do you want me to send that to?
Jamira Baptist.
I mean, you don't.
Okay, JAMIRA.
Okay.
Period, MATHIS at 36 District Court.
Okay.
I don't have emails from you, but I don't see that.
I think it's because it went to courtroom 434, not to you.
Oh,
That might have
okay.
been it, because that's where this one was sent. So then I'll pull up Gordon as well.
You sent it. And then you started sending me stuff to my regular email.
Yeah, after we talked, then he said it's easier for you that way.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely started that.
This is for the original motion, that's the one you want, Judge.
Yeah, I want both of them, Garwood.
I'll send it together.
Oh, you said send it together,
No, I'll send you the other one.
okay. So we print Garwood's first, right?
Yeah.
And that's, he wants the original one, not the one that says dismiss. The motion agreed to dismiss and by PC submission. After 2.
Yep. Oh, here, no. I got Gordon coming. Oh, yeah, these are a long string of, this is our fourth rodeo on this is.
And there's other results on that. Fourth motion in front of the different judges.
All on the body camera issue, dismissed every time.
This one is.
Great luck.
This one is not body camera issue, is it?
No, I think, who's that? Who do you have?
This is Gordon,
Yeah, Gordon is,
PVT.
he's the PBT guy, yeah. He's not the one, it's Garwood that is the camera issue. JAMIRA.mathis@36districtcourt.org, right?
Yes.
All right. For some reason, it's not popping back up.
You said it's not coming back.
Yeah, well, on my machine should save it. You know how that goes.
Look in the back. I don't see it in here. I don't see it.
Oh, did you get the? Yeah, I have physical copies.
I was asking for that, but.
So they both are 32 pages?
The exhibits are what creates the problem.
No.
But yeah, because I have one for the blood test for the Daubert, which is on Garwood as well.
That might be both.
It could, yeah, I might have combined them in one file just for filing sake.
Oh, no.
Everything will work.
Mhm. Mm. Mhm. You know what happened? I see.
Just give me a minute, Mr. Hill, everybody. I'm waiting on offers to come back from the city. And he's got the files, and he'll be back momentarily with that. Mr. Garwood and Mr. Gorton, your lawyer is here. So we're probably going to have you guys back because I'm just now getting the copy of his motion to my desk. He filed it a while ago, and some reason I'm just getting those 2 copies to my desk.
It started at 10 o'clock.
So.
Anyway, come back like next Tuesday.
I don't know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you take Mel Lee in by any chance?
Lee, we already talked, Mr. Lee. Yeah, everybody in here now is waiting on a trial, I think.
Your Honor, can I get
Take your head off, Mr. Lampley.
I can't hear you.
Take your head off, please. Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying, I just left the hospital. Would I be able to get a work excuse for this? Because I'm stationary because I can't move. And
say that again. I don't know what you mean.
A work excuse. How do I do that? Because I'm stationary. I can't move right now.
Well, work excuse. Why didn't you ask the hospital for that?
Well, they gave me the time. I left out the hospital at 9:22. I'm still here because I couldn't move no more. And it's 10:22.
I don't know what you're saying. You're moving. You move. I saw you driving a car.
Yeah, but I pulled over. I came to where I needed to come and to the house so I can be stationary where I can get in touch to you.
Well, why didn't you go to work? You could have zoomed in from work.
Yeah. But it was like a 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive, and I didn't want to, from where I was, would have been like an hour, like a 45-minute drive to an hour, and I didn't know if court was going to end or I didn't want to.
You really needed the hospital to write you a work letter.
I mean, they gave me one. They just put it out in 9:22.
Yeah. So I don't know what you want from us.
Okay.
I can give you a letter saying I can give you a letter saying you were in court today.
Yeah, I'm just saying, as far as when they left, I don't know when I'm gonna get up out of here. It look like, it looks like it's gonna be a minute. It look like I ain't gonna be able to make it there to about like 10, 11 or 12, 11:30 or 12.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like to me you didn't want to go to work, and you're gonna use the court to get that excuse. Because you could just like you drove home or wherever you're at now, you could have drove straight to work.
Well, I'm around the corner from where I had to go. Me driving to work is like a 45-minute drive. I work in New Baltimore.
Yeah, why didn't you drive to work is what I'm asking.
Because I didn't know if court was going to be over by then. By the time I made it there, I didn't know if court was going to be out of session.
Okay. Can we get him a letter from him?
I sure can. He just has to send me his email in the chat.
You got to send the email in the chat. We'll get you a letter from work.
Okay, thank you.
Holocaust, that she needs to talk to the trooper.
What,
Is it a trooper?
where's Peg getting called?
She just sent me an email.
Brother Peg. Hold on. Hold on. Who do I send it to, Your Honor? I'm sorry about that.
Send it to my email. I'll put your email address in the chat. Just send it to Miss Mathis, Mathis courtroom clerk, please.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
So I'm just waiting on the offer also, right, Your Honor?
Yes, everybody's waiting on an offer right now, except for Garwood and Gordon.
Okay. I'll be on here for a minute when it's done. Got all these court cases.
Did you hear Ronald Leffing's case yet?
No, I'm waiting on Goss to give me offers for those cases.
Okay, I have him a letter, but I don't know if he had it's gonna have to return a date.
All right.
So it's just great.
All right, let's call the cases for City of Detroit versus Demetrius Gordon. Case number Z8086071. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Dennis Whitey, P79560, on behalf of Mr. Gordon, who's present by way of Zoom.
Mr. Gordon, good morning to you. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Demetrius Gordon. Good morning.
All right, good morning. Today is the date and time. Let's see, is there some more cases? Also, let's call the City of Detroit versus Demetrius Gordon, case number SP1317754, counts 1 and counts 2. Those are civil infractions. Well, no, that's a misdemeanors. Driving while license suspended and no insurance. All right, go ahead again, Counselor.
Your Honor, do you want my appearance again?
Look, can you put your P number on the record?
Yes, P79560.
All right, go ahead. Now, today is the date and time set for pre-trial / motion hearing. I had the opportunity, unfortunately, Mr. Gordon, I guess you kind of overheard maybe a little bit that I said about not having the opportunity to see your counsel's motion, and he did timely file it. But sometimes for all the case and all the stuff, it didn't get to my desk until today. So I'll tell you what, he's got a lot of information for me to go over. I don't have any, I'm not short on any reading material between you and Mr. Garwood's motion, that's for sure. And I have to take some time to thoroughly go over those issues and to ultimately make a decision. This is where my job, this is the hard part about my job right now. And that's what I relish, is these instances here. So I'm going to take that time and do that. And what I will do is I will set another motion hearing. Can you give me a 2-week date, please, Ms. Mathis?
Your Honor, in 2 weeks, I'll be in a murder trial all week and partially the next week after. Calendar.
So that will take us to April till then.
What about 3 weeks? How long is that murder trial going to go?
It looks like it's going to be 6 days. but I thought the clerk said April 11th.
Is that a good day for you?
That, or if we had,
Anything but a Wednesday.
anything but a Wednesday, okay, even better. We can do, April, 13th, that would be good.
Okay, let me see.
My child should be done by then. God, I hope.
Did that anything at 10 o'clock? Y'all want at 10, Judge?
10 o'clock.
Okay, 10 o'clock on April 13th.
Can you put your appearance on the record?
No, April 13th, right?
What's that?
13th?
Yeah, April 1-3, yep.
Dante Goss, may it please the Honorable Court, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the people.
I don't know if you read Counselor's motion. Did you have a chance to read that? I know you
What case are we on?
responded, so it's probably Gordon. Demetrius Gordon.
Okay.
It's the one with the PDT issue saying no probable cause.
Correct, Your Honor. I did respond to that in writing.
Okay. All right. And do you plan on? Oh, you're not going to be here and to argue that.
I'm still with the city, so I'll come and argue.
Do you plan on giving any more oral arguments for it?
Is it being rescheduled to another date?
Yeah. Because for some reason, I got your response in the file, but Mr. Whitey's motion just got to me this morning. But I just kind of read over it a little bit.
Your Honor, I want to say, yes, I plan to, but it might change the day of. I just want to reserve that right.
All right. April the 13th. It's going to be pre-trial / motion hearing. Now, let me ask you this. Are you contesting, I didn't read it in motion at all, but was there a valid driver's license at the time?
Of the Gordon. Yes, Gordon did. It was Garwood did not.
Okay, so. All right, so it's saying not on the same date and time.
Oh, saying not available?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the allegation that was.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's get that clear.
Yeah,
we haven't delved into whether there was a valid driver's license. Yeah. So initially, let's just kind of get an understanding of this. I will concede that I haven't gone through your motion and thoroughly listened to the arguments. But does that in your mind present another problem as far as probable cause concerned? If there is an allegation, there is an allegation on this date and time that Mr. Gorwood did not have a valid driver's license. So what would be your response to that as far as your argument of not having probable cause?
Given that fact, Judge, the probable cause, if he did not have a valid license, probable cause of arrest would just be there, simply it would be there. However, if they're going to do a data manifestation, they still need probable cause of drunk driving. They don't just get to do that on everybody they arrest for whatever reason. So that would be my response. We would still have to potentially suppress the actual data master. The people could proceed to trial without it, but there needs to be reasonable cause to believe or probable cause of actual drunk driving to do the data master.
Why doesn't the odor of intoxicants and because now we're on probable cause. So say, for example, he didn't have a valid driver's license. You're not contesting that there wouldn't be a reason to arrest him on that point, correct?
That would be arrestable.
So
absolutely.
on people's motion of probable cause, that with the totality of circumstances test, we have an accident. We have no driver's license. And let's just say, for sake of argument, that the no driver's license is actually no driver's license. We have no driver's license, and we have an odor of intoxicants. Where do you stand on that?
Well, I think even so, Judge, there's not probable cause itself to administer the test, because the odor of alcohol alone, or alcohol substance alone, is not for probable cause. We do have an accident, and of course, the report is very shoddy, we don't even know who's at fault for it, was Mr. Gordon stopped at a light and somebody broadsided him because the people did not even have the UD10. So, which is the accident report itself. So there might not be any bad driving. Just because there was an accident doesn't mean there was bad driving. And we're attributing, I think we're presuming that Mr. Gordon's at fault in this accident when the people.
No, there's no presumption of.
No, I'm saying under the presumption, I think that would cause problems. I mean, obviously there would be bad driving if he's at fault for the accident. The people don't even have the UD10. I don't think the Detroit Police Department gave it to them. And when I say the people, I mean the Detroit Police have not turned things over, which is the one issue with regard to that. The second is we still didn't get a chance to look at the body camera evidence because they intentionally destroyed it. And that still would go to probable cause for drunk or not. They put certain things in their report that says odor of alcohol and things like this. But then when you see a body camera evidence, nobody's falling over, somebody's standing there straight up, talking, no slur, no anything. And every time I've looked at a body camera evidence in any drunk driving case, there's always been exculpatory information. I've tried at least, I believe, 5 OWI cases in this courthouse alone, in which the body camera evidence, every time there was body camera evidence, there was exculpatory evidence on there for my client. So that's like the separate part of our motion, is on the due process.
Your Honor, regarding the accident portion of it, it doesn't matter who caused the accident. If you're intoxicated, that's enough probable cause. It doesn't matter if you're broadsided or you broadside someone or somebody broadsided you. If you are under the influence, that's enough probable cause regarding that, Your Honor.
That's a good point that he just brings up, because like you said, if you're under the influence, the problem is you don't get to make that determination without a probable cause at the time of arrest. You don't get that. You don't just get to say, well, I presume it because I smell alcohol. You have to show evidence up to probable cause standard to demonstrate that.
Well, let me interject, Mr. Whiting, because if you have an accident, so the law states that 0.08 is a threshold, so that there's not much requirement for the people to prove once they get to the 0.08 level. Can we concede that? Where the standard of being able to, let's say if, for example, all the factors have been in place to establish that 0.08. It's pretty much drunk driving. Would you concede that?
It's approved intoxication. The element of intoxication.
It's pretty much done. Now, just because you're not at the 0.08 doesn't mean that you can't be charged with the drunk driving offense of some level. Is that?
Yeah,
you can see that.
No, you can still contest it. They could still proceed on it, I think is your question. They could still
proceed on it, even if it's 0.05 or 0.02. Any level of alcohol in your system would be could potentially lead to a drunk driving conviction, couldn't it? If the facts and circumstances are there for the rise like that.
If the jury finds beyond a reasonable doubt that the person was intoxicated, whether per se or under the OUIL standard, either one of them could be satisfied to satisfy the element of intoxication.
Okay. So with that being said, the odor of intoxicants on someone's breath and the accident is there, where that you're saying that doesn't have any weight?
I mean, that's part of the factors that the court must consider, but the court must consider all the other factors of the totality of circumstances. We cite People versus Olson and attach that opinion, and that was where a guy blows a stop sign. He smelled heavily of alcohol, and there was one more thing he had done. They requested the PBT. He took it. The officer even says, "Damn, I didn't think you were that high." That was like a comment in the opinion. It quoted the officer, and they ruled in that case with bad driving, odor of intoxicants, and one other factor, that was not enough probable cause to administer the PBT test and then later the data master. And that's under the People versus Olson. So the city likes to cite People versus Wright. I see it all the time now because that's a pretty good case for them, unpublished. Olson as well as unpublished, but it's much more recent.
Did my argument. However, I want to talk about he said that we intentionally destroyed evidence, which we did not. It's a 90, at that time of the actual incident, it was a 9-day retention policy with the Detroit Police Department, and that information was not requested at that time. However,
So you didn't intentionally destroy the evidence. The city law department didn't intentionally destroy the evidence, but the Detroit Police Department intentionally destroyed the evidence.
it wasn't intentionally, it was just,
Had to be
it was a
intentional.
policy.
You had a 90-day policy.
For storage issues, Your Honor.
It doesn't matter what issue. We're not talking about, you had a 90-day policy that and not saying you, that the city has adopted for itself. And if they say, hey, all of these past 90 days, are you saying that that's unintentional to destroy it after 90 days? I don't see how you can make that argument.
Your Honor, it was said that it was in some type of conspiracy against his client, or it was, you know.
I want to clarify. Mr. Goss did not destroy evidence. He's not part of a conspiracy.
No, I totally understand that, but the fact that the city law department, we haven't even gone up to whether that's legal or not, and I'm sure.
It's totally unlawful.
I tell you, we haven't even gone there.
Oh yeah,
but the fact that they set a policy for themselves, and in this policy they destroy. You were talking about just the intentionality argument that you just made. It's automatically intentional if you say that this policy, and after 90 days, I'm throwing it away.
Due to storage issues, Your Honor. It's not like it was.
Doesn't matter what issue. It doesn't matter what issue.
I gotta admit, if there was a murder weapon and there's storage issues at DPD, they don't throw them out after a year.
Yeah.
Because you need that evidence, otherwise it's gonna pose a major problem.
I can see where DPD is coming from. They have an issue there, but is the issue just to throw it all away? I don't know. You know, maybe you don't need it on the cloud, or maybe you just put it on a disc and buy another disc and put it on a disc and then give the disc to people. I don't know, but that's I'm not even in there really. That storage issue thing and the intentionality of it is definitely intentional, because they make a policy for themselves and they did it. Apparently, do we know that the stuff is destroyed?
We were not able to find the body cam, Your Honor. We pressed it before the body cam.
All right. Yeah, all right. This is going to take a much more thorough look at it from my end. I just wanted to get general positions, and I kind of got the general position of it. But the difference between this Olson case that you're citing and this case would be that one, the accident is different than blowing through a stop sign. Albeit they're both civil infractions, but also Mr. Gordon is an allegation that he didn't have a valid driver's license. It's an allegation. It's an allegation that he didn't have a valid driver's license, and I think that is something that makes it a lot different circumstances than Olson, because I didn't hear you say Olson didn't have a valid driver's license as well.
No, I believe this was valid.
Yeah. All right. So. Let's give myself what was that, April the 13th?
Correct. 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
Can we make that at 10:30?
Sure.
Okay. Just make sure I get myself on time.
All right, 10:30. And then I have copies of the motions that Ms. Mathis just printed for me for Gordon, but it doesn't have those exhibits that you have.
Yeah, Judge, what I'll do when I get back to the office, I have your email. I will send you a copy, Mr. Goss, 4 files, the complete file for each motion and brief and exhibits, just so it's easier, because there's hundreds of pages that you printed out. So.
Very well. All right, so Mr. Gordon, that's going to conclude that hearing today. We're going to reset it. Give me some opportunity to review everything, and then if there's some more additional arguments on April the 13th, I'll listen to those, and then we'll have we'll have a decision then. So April the 13th, 2023 at 10:30 a.m. for that. And if you don't have any further questions, Mr. Gordon, you're free to leave. Have a very good day. Good luck to you.
Okay, Marlon, you have a nice day.
This is the city of versus Xavier Garwood, case number Z8085801. Appearance for the record, please.
Dante Goss on behalf of the people.
And Dennis Whiting, P79560 on behalf of Mr. Garwood, who's present by way of Zoom.
Mr. Garwood, can you state your name for the record, please?
David Garwood.
All right, I didn't even address testing and things. Are these individuals? Is Mr. Gordon testing?
I'm not actually, Judge, I don't even know if that's a condition, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just, Judge, just so you're aware, I came into that case late. There was already like trial dates set. I came in much later when I got appointed, so I'm not actually sure.
Mr. Garwood, have you been testing at all?
So I was testing last time I came, but they told you I had passed all of them, so I didn't have to test no more.
Yes, I remember. All right. Today is the date and time set for motion hearing as well. Same situation. I just received a copy of, I got the response, but the motion was timely filed by your attorney, but it's just now getting to my desk. Schlesel's office, Mr. Whiting?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Are you at Schlesel's office?
Nope, I'm independent.
Because Deborah Schlesel is the person that signed up on the case.
Correct, and something happened. I don't know if Ms. Schlesel was appointed or retained, but something happened with that relationship where MIDC, you put in a request and MIDC appointed me to the case.
Okay,
that's how I came in so late.
You kind of need to file a appearance to get her off this case.
I can do that, no problem.
Okay. So, again, this is the same situation as Garwood, except I haven't gone over pretty much anything, response or anything for your case, Mr. Garwood. So I'm going to take the time and thoroughly look through the issue. Anybody want to set the table right now for Garwood?
Yeah, since it's our motion. There's two motions based for Mr. Garwood. Number one is the same issue of lack of probable cause to make an arrest. That's the first issue or the first motion. If the court were to grant that, that would suppress everything. The case would be dismissed, just so the court will. The second motion relates to the blood testing at St. John's, what's called Ascension now Hospital, for the alcohol. And there's a Daubert test that the people cannot satisfy. And hospital testing itself is serum testing, not whole blood testing. And that causes an unreasonably high result. It's just not reliable. It won't meet Daubert. And if the court were to grant that, it would only be suppression of the blood test results. The people could still proceed without a blood test. Of course, we're conceding that. But at that point, that would eliminate that blood test. And just so the court's aware, with regard to the serum testing versus whole blood testing, is the reason that the state mandates and the state police lab uses whole blood testing is because it is the most accurate form of testing. Whereas when the hospital does it, it's serum. So basically, they separate the blood up from serum. They test the serum, and that's the problem. It's not the whole blood. So you're just getting like a portion, and that's how it can be unreasonably high. It's explained much better than I just did in that brief. There's an example, a hypothetical about an oil spill in the ocean and everything in her brief that's been used to deal with that. But if the people were to want to proceed on the blood test, I think you're going to have to bring an expert in to tell this court how serum testing somehow in Michigan or in the city of Detroit holds muster where it holds muster nowhere else. So.
All right, so are you suggesting that all hospitals use serum testing?
They do, yes.
Okay. So are you suggesting that any case in the state of Michigan where let's talk about this, in this case, where the city of Detroit must have got a warrant to send over to St. John's Hospital to draw the blood for Mr. Garwood, or in a situation where you're talking about the smaller jurisdiction where they call and the judge to sign the warrant to send them to whatever local hospital they're at. Are you suggesting that all those cases should be thrown out because of the serum?
Not thrown out, but the blood should not have been introduced if the
court
permitted
let's say the blood should not be introduced if that was coming from a hospital.
From a hospital serum test, absolutely. And Judge, in this case, I believe Mr. Garwood had his blood drawn for medical purposes, not pursuant to a search warrant. If I'm not mistaken, they subpoenaed the results later. Is how. And
how do they do that? Doesn't there some sort of HIPAA laws that how would they be able to subpoena his blood work from
The statute permits them to. Kim Worthy's office does it all the time. There's actually a letter that she publishes for local police departments. I'm retired from 2 of them in this county. And the letter, we call it the Kim Worthy letter. It was basically if you had somebody in an accident who was unconscious or whatever, and they were getting medical treatment, rather than seek a warrant, we would just give them the letter for the file. Now, the letter is not a subpoena, but we would give it to the hospital so they're aware on notice or whatever. Then they would subpoena it later. Of course, that's before I did a much more deeper dive studying the drunk driving as a defense attorney, because I realized every time I've done that, it was not right under the law.
Okay. And was there an accident involved in Garwood as well?
Yes, there was.
All right. Do you have any, I've been able to look at anything on this?
Right, I'm trying to pull it up right now.
All right.
Yeah, the judge, there was an accident, and I'll tell you, it's not a good accident. It's a police car that's alleged to have stopped at a traffic light and was rear-ended by Mr. Garwood. That's the allegation. After that, Mr. Garwood was removed from the car and arrested within minutes, according to the report. And that's where the probable cause comes in, is at the time of arrest, they actually didn't have probable cause to even arrest him at that point, but they did. And that's where that motion based upon probable cause comes from, just so the courts.
And why do you say they didn't have any probable cause to arrest him at that point?
Because at that point, all they knew was somebody was in an accident, they smelled alcohol, and somebody was unconscious. That's what they had. They didn't have anything else. And there's bottles in the car broken from the wreck. So there was intoxicants, but broken bottles. And so the odor of intoxicants, I'm presuming, came from the actual car.
Okay, now let me ask you this. Does Mr. Garwood have a valid license?
Yes, he does. He does.
He did at the time?
Yes, he does. Check, but he has no charges for DOLS. Yeah, there's no allegation that I can see that there's any suspended license.
All right.
He has license now. And just, Judge, so the court's aware, based on the body camera thing, I just wanted to point out that according to the information filed by the people, Ms. Walker just originally had this case charged. Shannon Walker from City Law Department had this charged and self-dismissed December of 2021. So it was refiled later. I don't know what significance that is. I just kind of caught that when I glanced down. They're allowed to refile a case. I'm not doubting that, but that goes to the delay for body camera, because people like to try to put the burden on the defendant to request that evidence to obtain it first. Whereas by then, even the evidence was destroyed. So even before the second case was filed, the evidence would have been destroyed. Contrary to Michigan statute that says you can't do that.
Now, this ZA 085801, was that the same case number it was written under before? December 2021 entry date. You're supposed to be on 1 time per week. Testing. I do recall that testing was suspended because he did show he hasn't gotten any other further cases, which is good. That was the purpose of testing, to make sure that the community is safe. Not to say that he hasn't or is not able to, but he hasn't shown that. Yeah, I don't see that case being dismissed.
Yeah, Judge, just to the courts where I'm reading from the complaints from the people, operating with a high BAC, Mack Avenue, Cadillac Boulevard, in bold at the very end, it says resubmit, dismissed by Shannon. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon Holmes, not Shannon Walker. Okay, dismissed by Shannon Holmes without prejudice. So a judge, I'm sorry, this is my Shannon's. without prejudice on 12/20 of 2021. Then the case was refiled 1/12 of 2022, and it appears that.
What was the previous filing number?
That is a good one.
Because I don't see any where that he had another drunk driver.
Unless they submitted the same case number, I'm not sure.
And I'm looking up the case number in the ROA for that. Doesn't give me any indication that this case was ever dismissed.
Yeah, and oh, you know what? Well, since on or about 12/15 of 21 was the incident, and then dismissed 12/15 of 21, dismissed 12/20 of 21. That
I can see it here. It just says 12/15/2021 offense date. It didn't hit our system until 1/20 of 2022.
Yeah, we have it as, yeah, look right. Resubmit dismissed by Judge Shannon Holmes without prejudice on 12/20/21. So this might have been dismissed like an arraignment, potentially, and then just refiled. I'm not sure. Interesting.
Z808.
Z808.
5801. All right, let's go ahead and let's put another date on this case as well. We'll move on. April the 13th. We'll hear them both on the same date. Motion hearing, and this is a standalone case right here, right?
Correct.
No other cases that go on this.
Correct.
So motion hearing, it's going to be April the 13th, 2023 at 10:30. We'll schedule them both for 10:30 or 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock.
Fair enough.
All right. All right. There's nothing further, Mr. Garwood. Have a very good day. I'll see you back.
I had a question about my license.
I don't know about your license. Maybe you can talk to Mr. Whitey about
your paper license is still your license until the resolution of this case.
No, they sent me a letter to my house saying that my license was suspended because I missed court, but I came to court that day, and my lawyer said this one already left.
I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you, Mr. Garwood. Thank you for bringing that up. His license was suspended for non-appearance, but the court had actually canceled that date. But somehow it went in because I appeared and we said we didn't have the motions yet.
Now we have a problem.
What do you mean?
Because now the Secretary of State requires that the case be closed out before they.
No, the suspension was for.
What I'm saying is this. Whatever. I understand you've made it to every court date, but when a drunk driving case gets abstracted like that for non-appearance or failure to appear, then it suspends the license and the Secretary of State. Now I know that it was not Mr. Garwood's fault, but when they suspend the license, then they will require that the case be adjudicated before they even issue a license again.
Well, yeah, and I'm not sure the Secretary of State administrative rules. I think there must be something that if that was sent in error, because I think the system automatically just sent it out is how it works.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken.
I don't
wasn't
know
the clerk who punched it in or anything. I know that.
I don't know what to do about it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, potentially, could we? Maybe this is more of a question for your clerk. How do the recalls actually work? Do we just send an electronic message to them?
We can do that.
Try it.
We can try that. We definitely will. But I heard the other day. This is something I just learned the other day. I don't think it's gonna work.
Okay.
But
yeah, let's try.
We'll send that. We'll send that in, and we'll try to recall that. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yes. Can you remove it?
I can remove it. Being called upstairs and see if they.
You see it on there?
It's right here. Work that out.
Definitely.
That's the reinstatement fee.
Let's waive the reinstatement fee.
I know we was trying to set a date for this case.
April the 13th.
And that's probably generated.
Yeah. So let's waive the reinstatement fee. Hopefully that'll take care of that. Other way would be dismissing and reissuing.
That's what we were
just discussing that.
So
Judge.
if that doesn't work, that way.
All right, what we're gonna do, Mr. Gerwood, is we're going to waive the reinstatement fee here. Hopefully that takes care of it, but from my knowledge of what I learned the other day, it won't. So I'm assuming that the worst case scenario, it won't, but they have another alternative way. So we'll waive the reinstatement fee today, go to the Secretary of State in 48 to 72 hours and see if that works. If that doesn't work, then get in touch with your attorney immediately, all right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, and Judge, if I guess in the next 4 days, if say this isn't resolved, can I zoom in on one of your dockets?
Certainly,
Okay.
certainly. We got to get him with a valid driver's license.
And then this is on Mr. Garwood, correct?
Garwood.
Okay,
All right,
gotcha. Okay.
all right. We waived the reinstatement fee. We'll wait 48 to 72 hours, approach the Secretary of State by the end of this week, see if it works. If not, get in touch with your lawyer, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, very well. That'll conclude April the 13th, 2023 motion hearing at 11 p.m. 11 a.m.
Okay.
All right, very well. Have a great day. All right, let's get offers. Let's get everybody else. They got a place to go and people to see. I got Mr. First, let's get Miss Hunter. Hazel Gunter. Let's get
Hazel Gunter is going to be.
Yes.
Protective brake lights dismissed.
And only Officer Javad decided to stay. This is the city of Detroit versus Hazel Gunter. Case number SP 101-16311, SP 139-0539, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Yes. Hazel Gunter.
He put the lawyers to sleep.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Ms. Gunter.
Not fair, not fair.
I know.
No, we were learning and taking notes. So I was trying to finish up my notes.
Got you. I know we put Mr. Hill to sleep. Now, I tell you what, between that big old breakfast pizza that he had and the time and all of that and that argument, that's what put him to sleep. All right. Today is the date and time set for a trial. I have an offer pleading to the defective equipment $120 and dismissing the rest.
And
that's your offer. That's a civil infraction. It doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State, so there'll be no other consequence, just $120. And then we'll dismiss the other charges. You want to take the deal down? You have the absolute right to a trial. Who was the officer in this case? Officer
Right.
She appeared. She left now, but she appeared.
Do I have time to speak to the attorney?
Certainly you do. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Miss Harris, all right?
Okay, thank you.
She's in there, Miss Harris. All right, let's move on. Hold on, Mr. Bell.
Put speaking of school.
Let's have you here though. Let's have you here. You gotta go somewhere.
I gotta go right downstairs.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Jamel Dewan Lee, case number U227-917. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Yes, Jamel Dewan Lee.
All right, I will say that officer did appear on this case. That's Maroquin. He did appear. However, I do have a note here saying that he didn't have any recollection. So I'm going to dismiss the case for no recollection. All right.
Thank you.
There's nothing further. Have a very good day, Mr. Lee. Good luck to you. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
On that.
Lampley, do you have registration and insurance? This is the city of Detroit versus Alistair Eric Hill. Case numbers SP 1270230, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 141962441. V 10060516. V 10060616. And SP 141962441. Appearance for the record, please.
Oh, that's Barry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, sir.
Yes, Alistair Eric Hill.
All right, today is the date and time set for a trial today. I did have Officer Speak was here. On his matter, SP 141962441. There's a thing of no recollection. All right. I did have Officer Delbosky here. If see, that's why I need Officer Delbosky, because he left the scene of a property damage accident. Then how do we know that they have? Hold on. All right. Then for V100605116 and V100600616, is there a Officer McClanahan? I haven't seen that officer show. So for those cases, you want to make a motion, Counselor, for the B cases?
Yes, Your Honor, the motion is for dismissal, Your Honor.
For no officer, I'll grant that, and I'll dismiss the SP 141962441 for no recollection for Officer Speak. So now we're dealing with SP 1270230, counts 1 and counts 2. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Hill and speak to him. There's an offer of failure to report an accident. Now that failure to report, I'll fine him $240 if he takes the deal. And let me make sure he knows what the consequences are. There's zero, you're saying it's 0 points? At 0 point offense, is it abstract? I'm not sure. Let me look up the failure to report.
What does he mean?
don't see failure to report. I know I've seen it many times. I think it's a 0 point offense. I'm just trying to make sure whether that abstracts to the Secretary of State or not. I think he should know that. Go in the breakout room, speak with him, and see what his side is. Because I know he, okay, 1650. I got it. Let me see. I believe he wants to express something, and I stopped you. It's a misdemeanor. It does not abstract to the Secretary of State. 0 points. I would dismiss the misdemeanor upon payment of $240. That would be the. You'll take it.
Yes.
You don't want to speak to the lawyer?
No.
All right. Then speak with him anyway about the advice or rights, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Join the room, please. All right, let's go back on the record. Ms. Hazel Gunter. Ms. Gunter, I've given you an opportunity to speak with counsel in the breakout room. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, my client wishes to avail herself of the recommendation.
All right, you want to take the deal, Ms. Gunter?
Yes.
All right. Will you stipulate on behalf of your client to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for that responsible plea, counsel?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
And will you stipulate to the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matters?
So stipulated, Your Honor.
All right, defective equipment, Ms. Gunter, $120. When can you pay it?
I'm on a fixed income each month, so at least give me like to May, about the end of May or something like that to pay.
I'll give you to May 23rd, 2023. All right.
Okay, that'll be fine.
All right, make sure you pay it. I don't want to see your driver's license get taken away for not paying this. So if you can't pay it by May 23rd, call in. We'll see what we can do. All right.
Okay, I will.
Have a great day, man.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
This is the city of Detroit versus Ronald Lampley, case number SP 1249247, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1425173, 1, and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris on behalf of Mr. Lampley. Mr. Lampley, please state your name for the record.
Ronald Lampley.
All right, Mr. Officer Shabazz, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Officer Shabazz, badge number 11940, Detroit Police.
Very well, good morning to you. Today is a date and time set for a trial. I have a note here saying that if Mr. Lampley can't get proper insurance for this vehicle, then he'll get an improper plate. That's a 0 point offense, dismissed upon payment. Doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State the $240 fine. Take your hat off, sir. Please.
Sorry about that.
All right, you have documentation for this vehicle?
No, it wasn't my vehicle. That's what I told the officer when we first bought the vehicle. I was just driving it back. It's not my vehicle. It wasn't my vehicle.
I mean, they're saying that you have to have insurance on a vehicle that you're driving.
Okay, well, my mom, right now, my mom got insurance, so I drive her car, and I don't get my car because my hours been cut. I won't have a car probably for another 2 to 3 weeks with insurance on there. I don't own a vehicle myself.
What do you got to say about that, Ms. Harris?
I think I should keep my comments to myself, but he can't provide something that he doesn't have, and that's really not his responsibility to place on a car. If someone allows me to use their car and they don't give me that information and they don't give it to me on the day of court, I just can't logically make that connection. I don't feel like this is his fault. This ticket probably should have been issued to the registered owner of the car. But then again, Mr. Lampley, there was an offer extended to you, or if you want to proceed to trial, we can do that. Your trial is today. The officer is here.
Okay. Well, let's do the cases that the officer's not here. First of all, Officer Nelson did appear, but he's not here. I don't know what the city's position on those cases are, so I mean, those cases are going to kind of automatically be dismissed. I've only got the letter, improper plated, no paper.
Mr. Lampley, you indicated that you currently drive your mother's car. Do you have her insurance and registration available to present to the court?
No, I don't.
So you weren't prepared for court today.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how, if you want to talk to the lawyer, if you want to talk to the lawyer, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, talk to the lawyer, let him know the offer. If he wants to take the deal, read him his advice to rights. If he's got something else, then you can bring it to the court. Join the breakout room, please. All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill, I've given you an opportunity to speak to counsel in the breakout room. Counselor, what's your client want to do?
Mr. Hill would avail himself of the offer, Your Honor.
All right, that's what he said. Can you raise your right hand, Mr. Hill?
Yes.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You understand that the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry in the breakout room went over your other advice or rights, did he not?
Yes.
Did you understand those rights?
Yes.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No.
You know you'll be giving up those rights upon taking this plea?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, let me draw your attention back to October 30th, 2021 at around 9:31 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Scott and Porter Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
On that day, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you have an accident in that motor vehicle on that day?
It was just stuck in the mud. Yes.
Stuck in the mud?
Yes, it was in the field, sir.
So you ran off the roadway then, right?
In the sidewalk in the field, yes.
I guess with that, I guess that's considered an accident?
Yes,
Was
sir.
there any, was the vehicle disabled?
No, it was just stuck in the mud.
Did you hit something else?
No.
Did you break the curb, hit a sign? Anything?
No, playing in the mud and got stuck. Couldn't get out and left the vehicle.
And you left the vehicle there?
Yes, because I couldn't get it out. Had to be towed out. So I paid an abandon fee.
See, this is why I want these officers here. Because he wrote you a ticket for leaving the scene of a property damage accident. And from what you're saying that there's no property damage. I guess leaving the roadway, if you just left the roadway, I guess I'm sure there's another ordinance violation or something for that.
Yes, I paid the abandonment fee, it's called.
No, I'm not talking about that. That's a whole other issue. Did you ever get the truck back?
Oh, yes. Once I got it out of impound, when I had to pay the abandon fee, I had to pay that to get it back with insurance.
Did you have valid insurance on this vehicle?
Yes, I got it all back then, yes.
Did you have valid insurance on the vehicle when you left the scene?
I don't recall having insurance at that time. I had to get it and go pick the truck up like that and pay. So no.
I'll let them plead to the no insurance, and I'll amend that to improper plate. I don't like the factual basis for this failure to the leaving the scene of an accident, property damage. And by his testimony, and that's all we have to rely on, he sounds pretty convincing that this is all that happened. He says that he ran off the road. He admits to that. He said he didn't hit a sign. He didn't bust the curb up. Did you break the curb or anything?
No, sir.
No damage to your truck, no wheel?
No.
And he admits to leaving the truck there. He couldn't get it out the mud.
Stuck.
They wrote him in a property damage accident, and now I don't have Officer Del Bosque to come in here and refute any of that or have his position on what that is. I can find your client. Go ahead.
The fact of the matter, Your Honor, is that the officer is not here, and this is the time and date set for trial. And as a consequence, it seems to me that these could be dismissed on the basis of there being no officer at the time and place designated to try this matter before the court.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to dismiss the case. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you. I'll waive the warrant fee. And this is one of those issues where, officers, I understand you got to get back to protecting the city and doing things like that, but this is a case where since an issue and his version of the issue doesn't line up with the facts, and that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not saying that he's telling the truth. He could be lying, could be bold-faced lying to me and just doing it at a very, very well at it. But I don't have any other side to say anything that refutes it, and to take a property damage accident and failure to report to a misdemeanor this is one of those cases, I understand, this is one of those cases where we need Officer Delbosky here to substantiate it. Keep in mind, they can reissue the case if they choose to, sir, and this without prejudice. I'm gonna grant the motion to dismiss.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you, sir.
very good day, good luck to you.
You too, sir. Thank you.
All right, let's go back on the record for Mr. Lampley. Mr. Lampley, I think you have opportunity.
Yes.
All right, go ahead, call, sir.
Your Honor, we are respectfully requesting that this matter be reset to a pretrial. There are proofs that Mr. Lampley would be able to provide. However, he doesn't have them in his possession at this time.
All right, Mr. Shabazz, Officer Shabazz.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you, I have a note here that if you have paperwork, get dismissed. Do you have any problem with him bringing it in later?
I don't have a problem with bringing it in, but I like to say that my recollection that he said that he bought this car, and I've seen numerous times people buy cars privately and decided to keep on driving the way it is. So that's my position. I know that. He can
Yeah. So what you're saying is that he's telling me a different story.
Correct.
Than what you heard on the scene.
That's correct, Your Honor. And the council knows that, once you take possession of drive a car, even if it's not your car, you assume responsibilities for that vehicle. That plate was expired in 2021. And currently the owner of that car is out of state. And the plate stands, I can't prove it, but I believe that he's probably driving it today. I can't prove that, but that's what he's telling me on the traffic stop.
And he was driving a car today. He was on Zoom driving.
Yeah,
I had to put him out the room.
He was in the middle of Grand River and help was blocking traffic. You just get out of the car, had a child in the seat in the car. So he's playing like he don't know who has this issue about somebody gave him the car. I
never said I bought the car. I never bought the car. I said
I'm not.
Let me stop. You don't listen to the first thing that I asked Officer Shabazz, and I asked him, would he be willing to let you bring in some documentation in order to get this dismissal? And the first thing he said was yes. Now he wanted to, Officer Shabazz wanted to let me know what his real feelings were, despite the fact he already said that he'll be willing to still let you bring the paperwork. He just wanted to let me know what his real feelings were. And now you're gonna go and you're gonna offer. What are you saying? Go ahead.
No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm trying to hear you. I'm just thinking in my head, like I was just thinking in my own thoughts. Go ahead, Honor.
So body language speaks more than words, and your body language is saying something that you want to get off your mind.
Nothing, Your Honor.
Okay, then now it's making more sense, because if I heard the officer say that, in my eyes, I don't care if the officer was bold-faced lying on me, I would have to say, I'm just gonna know this is the time, Mr. Berry, where you have to know where to hold him and know where to fold. So he basically, let's set it for a pre-trial. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you an opportunity. When can you have these documents, sir?
Can I get a couple of weeks, please, sir?
I'll give you a couple of weeks. April the 4th, we'll set let's set April the 14th. We'll set another pre-trial, April the 14th, 2023 at 8:30. I'm going to dismiss the cases that were already in the record for dismissal. And I'll keep Officer Shabazz's 2 cases open. And those will be set pre-trial for documentation. There's an offer to improper plates if you bring the document, and the other one dismissed. But if you bring the document, if you don't bring the documents, so that we'll leave that offer open. And then the other, if you bring the documents, the court is gonna, the city is gonna dismiss. I'll dismiss the other 3 cases now.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so bring some documentation in. We'll set a pretrial 4/14/2023. And Officer Shabazz, that's why I appreciate you sticking around. I know you got to get out there and protect and do your job as well, Officer Shabazz, but that's why I want, you know, officers to stick around, because it doesn't give me any, it doesn't help that they just give the offer to the city, and when issues come up, most of the time is okay. But when issues come up like Mr. Hill's issue, it kind of leaves my hands tied. So, Officer Shabazz, I appreciate you all the time. Good to see you, and be safe out there. Right? All right. And Mr. Lampley, come back on 14th, 2023 at 8:30. All right.
You said April 14th, 2020. April 14th.
Yeah, I'll get you in and out. I know you've been here all morning. All right.
Okay. Did she ever send an email from so when I go to work today? I'm about to go there now.
Yeah, she's gonna email it to you now.
I'm just going to advise that whatever car you're in this time, I hope you have the insurance and registration for it. Okay.
It's my mom's van. I'm about to, like, I ain't even driving no more. I'm not doing none of this. I'm not being responsible for nobody else.
Driving. That just supports what Officer Javad is saying, because that's you gonna drive that car because you just said you're about to go to work. You just left the front porch of the house to get in the. And you were on Zoom driving this morning.
What I'm saying, sir, I'm going to have my mother. Yeah, I'm not being responsible for nobody else's car, nobody else's stuff, my own.
Just switch seats, because we can tell which seat you're in based off the view.
That's because I had to get in a car. I haven't even went in there to talk to him. Tell him what's going on.
You had to get me. All right. So we're not gonna belabor it. But have a great day, sir. 4/14.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.